You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3 with Mr. Dan Farris joining us right now for the bonus hour. How you doing, Dan?
Doing pretty darn well. Loading up on Red Bull. Got a long day today. Got to make it, because it's a huge night. Our good buddies Mike Driscoll and the crew over at American Legion Post 15. Yeah. It's karaoke night.
It is. That's right.
Karaoke night.
Are we going to
you
sing?
ever do karaoke?
Drunk Heidi does.
Do you remember the very first song you ever performed karaoke? Very first. Do you?
No.
You don't? Okay.
No.
John?
I do.
And you performed what?
It was Last Kiss by J. Frank Wilson or Frank J. Wilson.
I love that song. Pearl Jam did a cover of that.
Yeah, I like that. It was good.
When I woke up, teenage car crash songs. That was the genre that was
There's
under.
There's just not many of those out there.
There just aren't. I'm a big fan of, I get up there and pretty much everybody goes, wow, what a ruggedly handsome, manly man that is. Then I throw him a curve and do like Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. 'Cause I don't see that coming. Hey, you're a tough cookie with long history. Come on, bring it.
Should we go tonight?
I'm going to put another notch in my lipstick case. Bring it.
Are we going to go sing karaoke tonight?
Oh,
good time.
Gosh, sure.
Do you want to?
Maybe, yeah.
We should do that.
I love the Legion. There's a party going on.
All the time.
Inexpensively. And I don't think a lot of people realize all the fantastic community outreach that organization does as well.
You do not need to be a member to get in because they would never let us in as members.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
They let us come in as non-members. And they say, you guys, make sure you tell everybody you're not a member. We want nothing to do with you. Something like that.
So, you're looking for maybe a cold one or two and some fantastic karaoke tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I like you're saying it right. Have you heard people call it karaoke?
Well, the thing is, this thing we call karaoke, that started out, that was
Japanese.
That was Japan's revenge against that whole Nagasaki brouhaha.
Do you know what karaoke means in Japanese?
I think the cattle are fat and happy. I'm not entirely sure.
That is not quite. It means empty orchestra. It's like
wow, that's deep.
Karate is empty fist. Karaoke is empty orchestra.
And suddenly we're NPR.
There we go. I think we should move on.
None of this show was used on laboratory animals.
Here's the thing. About 35 seconds ago, there were people who were thinking, hey, we should go sing karaoke these guys tonight. Now they're going, I'm not going wherever they're going.
No, somebody put GPS tracking on those three idiots so we can go the other way. And you can hardly blame them, can you?
No. We'll post on our Facebook page the plan for karaoke tonight at the American Legion. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3.
Before you know it, Christmas will be here. Are you ready? If you plan to use a credit card while shopping, make sure you have the very best credit card for you. It's free to click around and see what we can do for you at bettercreditcards.net. We have options from many different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net. Bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You're listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals, too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Top of the morning. There, you little criminals. Oh, Heidi, how you doing?
And I'm super.
John.
Hey. What's up?
It's been a little while since I dropped some major critter knowledge on you, and certainly that's why this entire show was formed in the first place, so the little radio rangers at home can get a little smarter about all God's little creatures, flying, swimming, crawling, humming, biting, whatever the case may be. I think this is absolutely fascinating, and it's not that there are a lot of them indigenous to South Dakota, although there's been a a flock or two sighted late fall, generally West River. But giraffes have no vocal cords, which is fascinating when you consider
giraffes.
the length of that neck. One would think they could be pretty loud.
They
but
could yodel a bunch, but no.
they're basically silent because they have no vocal cords.
But you know that they don't make a noise. Like you ask a kid, what does a giraffe say? There's no answer because nobody knows what a
is
giraffe
none. So here's the thing, little radio rangers. When you're out West River, maybe you're lost in the woods. Maybe your parents dropped you off at a gas, truck stop and just
Ranger
forgot
Dan
about you
Crew
and
Camp.
kept going. You're wandering around aimlessly. If you hear nothing, the odds are pretty good at giraffe stalking you. So always be aware. Situational awareness is key to this whole thing.
Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Make a note of that. Now you know something probably your little buddies down the street don't know if they weren't listening to this program, so I feel pretty darn good about myself.
I would too.
All right, so keep in mind, always remember to stay in school, go to church, say your prayers, eat your vegetables, don't play soccer, and for goodness sakes, don't be wearing Crocs. Ranger Dan up!
Right.
Yes, sir!
Again, Ranger Dan's Critter Corner right here on Sunny 93.3.
If you have a drug problem, don't let it ruin your life. You can be in treatment as soon as tomorrow, and you can start to get clean in as little as 7 days. Take the first step to get drugs out of your life at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything, so you really have nothing to lose. Timeforrehab.com. Start your new life. You deserve it. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. You are listening to Sunny 93.3 as we get to this feature. One of my favorite features of the morning. It's called Water Cooler Talk, brought to you by Aqua One with Mr. Dan Farris. Our, what do we call it again? Our
I'm an investigative journalist, reporter.
Something.
Award-winning journalist.
Yeah, I'm papered. I'm registered.
Okay, registered.
South Dakota Broadcast Association. Call Pear, ask about me, whatever.
Okay, so what are we going to learn about today?
Okay, this was a pretty big deal. Got invited to lunch yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Was something to do with some political people. Anyway, Sioux Falls Mayor Paul Tenhagen.
Yeah, he was a speaker.
He was the keynote speaker.
It was very good.
Fascinating. Pizza Ranch over on 41st Street.
That was very nice.
Where my third cousin, twice removed from my mom's side, Todd Farris, owns that joint.
Oh, really?
He spells his last name wrong, but he owns that joint.
Okay.
Mayor Paul Tenhagen took the podium, and I was sitting right there. I was right up front. I was
saw
like
that.
right next to him.
Yeah.
Right, and he was wearing a lovely pair of shoes. They had to be $120, $130.
That's nice.
Yeah. Kind of a cool sport coat. So I was making notes after I went through the buffet, and the Sioux Falls roads are going to be okay. The pepperoni sausage pizza, I will give a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
We're going to get some more of those what are they
Roundabouts.
called? Roundabouts. And
Maybe.
some
don't
people
like those things.
there are some on the south side already.
Yeah.
I
Some guy from the north side said we should have more. That's what.
I got used to them when I spent a couple of years living in Wisconsin, where they've been a mainstay
Yeah.
in Northwest Wisconsin for years. So I'm used to them, but they do confuse a lot of people. Just think of it as kind of a demolition derby out at a figure-8 dirt track.
I just drive straight. Just go over the hump.
I've seen that done. I've actually been in a roundabout while someone did that.
So after you talked about that a little bit,
Yeah.
this happening, I was a little surprised by this. It almost looked like a triple cheese slice of pizza, but there were bits of pineapple under it, which I hadn't seen, or I probably wouldn't have taken it. So I was a little bit surprised,
Okay.
and I didn't spit it into my napkin or make a big scene or anything.
Did you slide the plate in front of the guy next
Because then
to
he
you?
started talking about that parking ramp debacle downtown.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that's going to be okay.
But he said that's not his debacle. I was
Then
there.
I had some mashed potatoes and gravy, which was
Okay.
awesome.
This is why we usually just have you read someone else's report.
What? And then he talked about that whole 5G interweb high-tech thingy. That's yeah. And here's
internet.
the deal. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Pizza Ranch chicken is some of the best in the frickin' city.
Good stuff. It is.
And then some woman got up and said, well, that's it for questions and answers. And And
You didn't
topped off my Sprite and called it good,
You
man.
didn't even get to ask any of your pizza questions.
I had no questions. I, honest to goodness, wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, Dan Farris, I'm a award-winning journalist from Sunny Radio.
Oh, and all
Can you
the
please
whoa,
the breadsticks.
whoa! And before I got to the dessert pizza,
Yeah.
somebody brought up the shootings and crime on the east side.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That's before we got there.
Mayor Paul Tenang said everything's fine.
Okay.
So
It's all
there you
good.
go. That's my report.
Well, it's good to know.
Thanks for that on-the-spot report, Dan.
Nice shoes, though. Kind of a brown Oxford with little buckles on the side. He's a sharp.
Fantastic.
The mayor's
dressed man.
a sharp cat.
There you go. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
I'm
bonus
a reporter. I'm an investigative
He
reporter.
is. His name is Dan. If you've got any stories, he's looking for some.
Anything, call me 3 a.m. Don't.
Here's something you could talk about. Now, we appreciate you doing that report there, Dan. And coming up here in a bit, we're going to give you the opportunity to share some entertainment news. That's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.
The average household has thousands of dollars in credit card debt. If you find yourself in that position and you're making minimum payments, you could be in debt for a long time. Make sure you have the very best card with the very best rates at bettercreditcards.net. We work with different banks and different credit card companies who put out their best offers to earn your business. See if we can help you get a better credit card at bettercreditcards.net, bettercreditcards.net. That's bettercreditcards.net.
Sunny 93.3, thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show. We've got John Schurz joining us with Maverick Recruiting. How you doing, John?
Good, John. How are you?
Fantastic. Fun to chat. I haven't talked to you in a little while, but it's good to visit, and we're going to talk about something really fun that's coming up this weekend, German Fest, and it's the 25th annual event. They've been doing this a while, haven't they?
Yeah, we sure have. We've got a sister city, Potsdam, since 1990, but German Fest event has been going on now for 25 years.
And I've been to this in the past. It is a whole lot of fun. It's coming up this Saturday, the 7th, 1 p.m. till 10 p.m. at Faywick Park in downtown. Have you been to quite a few of these, John?
I have been. I'm part of the Sister Cities Committee. My official title is Assistant to the Vice President, Ansha Schurz. That's my wife.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and
Kitty
now,
Beck is the president.
and is she German? Is that right?
Yes, Ansha is full-blooded German from East Germany. She grew up behind the wall.
Oh, my
over in
goodness.
Meissen, yeah.
Well, that's really cool. My wife, her maiden name, Heidi, first of all, Heidi is a very German name, but her maiden name is Braunschweig, which is actually a town in Germany. So very, very German heritage over here as well. So.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of Germans in here. And this is a great, fun event. The highlight, I feel like, is the Wiener Dog races at 4:30.
Yeah, that is fun. And it's all coming up this Saturday, Faywick Park. Looking at the schedule here, there's a Barefoot Becky and Ivanhoe Dutchman band. So there's music that starts basically at 2 p.m. all the way up until 10 o'clock when everything shuts down. But like you had mentioned, 4:30, the Wiener Dog races, that is a lot of fun to watch. And if you've not seen it, the good news is you don't need to bring a dog to watch it. It is a spectator sport. But there are a lot of... How many dogs do you think they usually have down there for that?
Well, there's probably 4 different categories with mixed breeds and puppies and older dogs. I bet there's 80 Wiener dogs down there running.
It's so much fun, and it's all coming up this weekend. John, thank you so much for connecting with me about this, and I got to put it on my calendar to make sure we make it down, too.
Yeah, another big fun thing we're doing this year, it's new, is the Stein holding contest at 4 o'clock. We're going to have 20 entrants, 10 men, 10 women, different divisions, and it's how long you can hold a stein filled with beer without spilling any, and the winner is going to win some nice prizes for that.
Very nice. So if you've got a lot of practice holding a beer stein, this is perfect for you on Saturday at 4 o'clock.
Yes, for sure. Some of the vendors we have for food, Raclette Corner, it's going to be delicious.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking on here. I also see Family Treats, Gold Star Kettle Corn, Marco's Pizza, Holiday Inn, City Center. Several different choices when it comes to food. So if you come down thinking, I don't know if I really like German food, well, they've got that, but they've got a lot of options, don't they?
Yes. Holiday Inn puts together a great plate of food.
And it's all coming up on Saturday the 7th. That's this Saturday, Faywick Park, downtown Sioux Falls, from 1 till 10. So it's all afternoon and into the evening. German Fest is the name of the event, and SiouxFallsGermanFest.com is the website. John, thank you again, sir.
You bet, John. And, of course, it's free entry.
Absolutely. That's awesome. So this is it's a fun event, and it's the best price. Doesn't cost anything. Free to get in.
Thanks a lot, John.
Absolutely. Again, John Schurz with Maverick Recruiting. The event is coming up this Saturday, September 7th, 1 till 10. All of the details at Sioux Falls, GermanFest.com.
If you can't have a drink without it leading to another drink and another drink, maybe it's time to get help. There are programs designed to help take alcohol out of your life for good at timeforrehab.com. Don't let a drinking problem spill over into other areas of your life. Get help to quit drinking and start living the life you truly deserve at timeforrehab.com. Your insurance may cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Faith, freedom, and the best music of the 80s and 90s. Thanks for listening to Sunny 93.3. It's time now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
Hey, crazy go nuts, celebrities.
Celebrities are fabulous.
Fabulous. I kind of owe everybody a big apology here. I got a little confused. All I saw a few months ago was the word sex, hashtag me too. I thought it was some kind of registration, win a prize thing. So with that out of the way, let's jump into what's going on. Well, Hollywood, in its infinite wisdom, can't seem to come up with a new idea to save their incredibly little... Here's what's happening. You know, the first installment, John and Heidi, of the Bad Boys franchise premiered in 1995, followed by the sequel in 2003. Now, 17 years later, Will Smith, age 50, Martin Lawrence, age 54, are returning to fight crime one more time in the fourth take. Title, Bad Boys for Life.
Wow. You know who that was originally written for?
How does he know this stuff?
I don't know.
It was a Simpson-Bruckheimer film, and only one of them is still alive. Bruckheimer is. Simpson's no longer with us. But
coked himself right out of a job.
But when they started that, when it was first written, it was actually for John Lovitz and Dana Carvey.
See, I would see that one.
It was going to be a comedy.
I would go to that one over
and then
this
they
one.
Changed it up, and they got Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
But listen to this twist, because they released the trailer yesterday.
Okay.
Because this is pretty amazing. The, quote, highly anticipated movie showing the actors as they take on the vicious leader of a Miami drug cartel.
Super.
As opposed to a really gregarious, fun-loving Christian drug cartel leader.
It's unique, and it's never been done before.
No, I didn't watch the trailer, but I'm guessing there's going to be some gunplay.
Probably, yeah.
I'm guessing their captain's going to be real mad at him about something. And at some point, probably Martin Lawrence is going to say, I'm getting too old for this.
Probably.
It's fresh, it's new, it's unique.
Never
I
been
like
done
where
before.
they're going with this.
You know what?
Edgy.
You know what? It's going to hit theaters and be at least top 3 in box office.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just get the
It
star
just
power.
will. I've only made one movie in my life, which, by the way, is Deary Off the Wall.
It is very good.
It's available on Amazon Prime.
Believe it or not, all three of us are in that movie.
All 3 of us are in it, and if you miss it, well...
You'll have to catch the next one.
Absolutely unbelievable.
7.
So there you go. Bad Boys 4. Bad Boys for Life.
I'm excited to see how that goes. I hope it goes well. And
I'll keep you posted, John, because it's my job, darn it. I take my job extremely seriously.
You do indeed.
I
you even knew
step
who
up.
these people were this time. I like that. The other day, he had no clue who anybody in any of the stories were.
Oh, I do that a lot. In my real life, too, not just here. Kind of crazy.
It is the best. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. This has been Entertainment News with Dan Farris on Sunny 93.3.